Now in front of us we have the Texas Longhorns lining up against the Navy Midshipmen.
It was unstoppable force meets movable object.
And Texas makes a nice play at the breakdown.
But I think Navy still recovered.
It's still squared out Navy's way.
We'd come a long way as a team, but there's something about rugby that a tradition always beats a team. They all know what they're doing out there. They played with each other for 2, 3, 4 years. And of course, they're big and huge and fast.
Everyone was playing pretty hard. We just made a lot of simple mistakes.
It's going to be at the wing, and horrible catch by Texas.
Where if we hadn't done so, we might have been able to put some more points on the board and make it a much different game.
We were getting sloppy. They're a more fit team, in better shape.
The fitness level of these players is extraordinary.
And when you're out of shape, you tend to make mistakes because you lose focus.
People are tired. There are gaps and holes in the defense where there aren't usually holes. Your support on offense is one step slower than it normally is. So it's opportunities more than sloppiness.
Whether it was sloppiness, opportunities, or just a freak accident, what would happen in the final seconds of Texas's last game of the season would leave its mark on Matt.
The last play of the game, I knew it was the last play because there were like maybe 10 seconds left on the clock. And someone on Navy caught the ball and started running up, and I went to make a tackle, and I was on his left side, and another one of my teammates came in on his right side, and we collided heads. And I knew something was immediately wrong because I'd never really felt anything like that before.
It wasn't necessarily the look, but the sound that was concerning.
At first, I didn't even think anything of it. It just looked like they'd bumped heads, and I thought they'd be fine.
And he's a guy that's played through separated shoulders, and he gets a concussion, he gets right up. So he'd proven his toughness to me. So the fact that he was staying down, I was definitely concerned about him. And Akash looked a little bit worse than he did, honestly. So I went out and I checked them both out.
So I just laid there for a few seconds, and then I opened my eyes and couldn't see straight at all and tried to sit up. And I think there was a trainer there by that point who had me lay down and answer some questions. And then we went back to the locker room.
He was acting very differently. Usually Matt's a pretty upbeat person, likes to talk to people, is very friendly. But after that hit, it kind of seemed like he was depressed. And he just sat in the corner and didn't talk by himself. And we all just assumed it was because we lost the game.
I just thought I was concussed just because I'd gotten hit in the head and felt funny. And then once we got back into the locker room, I started feeling a lot worse and eventually started vomiting and then threw up some blood, and that's when I went to the hospital.
X-rays showed Matt's skull was shattered. He met with surgeons in Texas who described complex procedures, but found a doctor in Los Angeles who could perform a simple surgery to insert titanium plates with just a small incision.
On my visit in Austin to a doctor, the doctor told me that they were going to have to cut me from ear to ear across the top of my head, peel my face down, and then put in the plates, and then sew me back together. And that idea really kind of freaked me out. And this is also my face. I don't want to look deformed for the rest of my life.
At first I was a little concerned, especially when he told me that they were about to peel his face back and put plates in his face. But after the surgery and stuff, and after he's basically made a full recovery, it's pretty cool. When I would sit at home, I would kind of feel around it and slap it a little bit, and it didn't really feel too bad. Oh, it feels weird. You can definitely feel the plates in his head, and you can definitely tell it's not bone.
I went to a doctor to look at my shoulder, and I just had them look at my face to make sure that it was okay. They poked on it a little bit, and the poke that was felt was really excruciatingly painful, actually, and I wasn't expecting that at all.
Nice, Matt!
The sensitivity of Matt's face has made playing rugby concerningly painful. He hasn't hit the pitch with his teammates in almost a year.
Yeah, I was a little worried that being away from the guys would kind of make me feel excluded, because I'm not going to practices and stuff like that right now because of a busy school schedule. But everybody's been really nice and awesome.
Yeah, I do still feel like Matt is part of the team. he still hangs out with all the guys and is a big social part of the team, and he likes to show his support by coming to the game every game he can come.
It doesn't feel like I'm left out of anything at all, and Coach Buss has been really awesome too. He's been encouraging me to come out to practice. He told me he wants me to lead the team out onto a field before a game. So I thought that was pretty awesome, and I'm very appreciative of everyone's support.